What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. It's been a while, a long while, too long of a while, and yeah. So there's that. I been away, took a little, I won't want to say vacation, but I just went away for a few days and scattered out a new location to live. Actually, a couple different spots. Which the second one would be tremendous as far as thrifting goes. So that would definitely help my business. I also, as you can probably guess, have been working towards finding more sources, as I've mentioned before, of inventory, people that I can get inventory from. Now, I had, I was part of a group, and the group actually got shut down, but it was where, I was able to make these connections. And I made a connection with someone. They came recommended from several different sources. And so what happened is this person, I reach out to them, and they go to auction, they buy a bunch of stuff, clothes, shoes, different items like that, and then they sell it. So in order to get some items, you give them money. They go to the auction, they buy items for you, they come back and they ship them to you. Simple, right? So when I do work with a new person, it's always very low. I'm like, what's the minimum amount I can purchase? Some people, if they've ever been on Alibaba, they know MOQ, minimum order quantity. So it's that kind of deal. Like, I'm at the bottom because I want to risk as little money as possible. And so I find out the amount of money before they go to the auction. I send them the money. I talk to them while they're at the auction. Yeah, we're just waiting to bid, and we passed on a lot of different things. Blah blah blah. Then then find out, okay, they have some items. They're going to ship some items to me. The auction's in one state, they live in another state. So after the auction, they have to drive up there and purchase the items or pick up the items. So um, I thought that was kind of a little odd. You go to the auction a couple states away, come back home, and then you go back up there and pick up the items and come back home. Like, why wouldn't you just take the items with you when you left? I don't know. Anyways, so I found that out after the fact. So um, they say they have my items, everything's good, right? They're gonna go pick them up. Then I don't hear from the person for 3 days, and I'm like, this is a scam. Then out of the blue, the person messages me saying, "Hey, sorry, uh, I got your items. They're shipping in 3 boxes. Um, basically, I worked myself to death the last couple days and just slept." So, so then I'm like, okay. So I check they send me the UPS or USPS tracking. Check the tracking. Okay, it's in there. I can see it's in there. A couple days go by. Nothing's going on. Then they're like, hey, um, I feel bad. I've included an extra package. If you want to pay me for the shipping, that's fine. And I'm like, what? Why would you just include an extra package because you felt bad, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll get to it, pay the shipping, and then what was it like? I don't know, 5, 6 hours later, they message me back, hey, I took care of shipping. Don't worry about it. Okay, so now I have 4 boxes, right? So now about a week goes by, or 4 to 5 days go by, and I'm like, hey, the tracking, it hasn't moved. It still says USPS is awaiting shipment. Can you make sure, did it actually go out? And she's like, oh, yeah, it went out. I confirmed it went out. It wasn't my normal mail lady. It was someone else, so they just haven't been scanned. Okay. So then I say, all right, fine. Wait a couple days, nothing. I'm like, you need to contact the post office. Reaches out to the post office, doesn't get anywhere. My mail lady lives 5 houses down. She gave me another number. I'll call that number. So basically, it's like, then she says, oh, the packages have been lost. Well, okay. I mean, that does happen, but there's no scan. So there's no scan to show anything. They're just, when you look on USPS, it says awaiting shipment. So in order to create a tracking number, I mean, I could ship you these post-it notes. I could ship you an empty poly mailer. I could do the smallest package possible. So what I'm saying is I could create a label on USPS probably for less than $1 to ship something. So that just because there's tracking, that doesn't mean anything. So then Um, a couple more days go by, and I'm like, hey, what is going on? Like, I need these. Hey, my cat broke its foot. All the packages I sent to all my buyers, 10 boxes have been lost. I'm out all this money, blah, blah, blah. I'm sending out new items as soon as I get the money. Please be patient. And I'm like, I don't think you're ever going to send me anything. I think you're scamming me. And now you're wanting more money for shipping for these 4 other boxes you're supposedly going to send me. I don't believe you. Oh, what? What do you mean you don't believe me? And I'm going to add you to my other group, my group of buyers, just my little buyer group. There's like 5 or 6, 7 people in there. And you can see, and I'm like, and she sends me messages. Hey, here's messages from other people. I'm explaining to them and they're responding. And I'm like, that doesn't mean anything. Messages from other people can all be fake. Your little group of 5 people can all be fake profiles on Facebook. Like, it doesn't prove anything, right? I said the only way I'm going to believe you is when the products show up at my door. When they show up at my door, then I'll believe you. Otherwise, you're just trying to run a scam, trying to get more money from me, and you're not going to get any more from me. And so, um, she started to get real defensive and just, you know, basically telling me, I can't believe you don't believe me, and this is all true. I would never scam anyone, all these things, right? And I said, fine. If you're being so honest and you feel so bad, why don't you refund me my money? I'm an unhappy buyer. Refund me my money. And she's like, I told you I don't have any money. And I said, how can you have no money? You just took in all this money and went to auction and sold all these boxes. You told me you're making over 6 figures a year. This is the best business you've ever been a part of and started and all this other great stuff. And you're going to teach me how to make tons of money, but you have no money? And I'm not in a lot of money, right? So if you're really making 6 figures, refunding me, I'm like low man on the totem pole. It's not a lot of money, right? So um, she really didn't have much to say to that. I'm not going to argue with you. Well, we're not arguing. You're becoming defensive and arguing with me because you know that you're, I don't want to say 100% it's a scam, but boy, it's pretty dang close. Like I said, until those items show up at my door, I don't I don't believe all this stuff is happening. If it is happening and she's telling the truth, good on her. But man, I hope the stuff shows up. It's hard, you know, you do all your due diligence, and unless you're meeting face to face and saying product and here's your money, ordering online like this is hard. Now, um, I've ordered, like I have 3 more people. One I'm not going to use because she's just a total idiot. Um, telling me, yeah, I have items for you. I can ship them out. And then, hey, everything's been busy with my kids. I'll ship them out tomorrow. And then nothing. A week later, I get a message. Hey, sorry, I thought I sent you this message. All my stuff I sent out to other buyers. Sorry. It's like, what? You were supposed to, you said you would send me stuff. Like, what do you mean other buyers? Who am I? Aren't I a buyer? So, but then I had 2 other people. One of them I've already got the stuff. It was on a spreadsheet. It's everything I said. They're going to be sending me more probably in the next week. Easy peasy. Here's what I have. Here's much it's cost. Here's what it costs. Here's when you'll get it. 1, 2, 3, and it happened that way. The other lady I've been dealing with for a while now. She's sending me more stuff, and it's same kind of deal. The third person, their stuff's on the way, so I don't know how great it is. They did ask me if I wanted to buy more, and I said I haven't got your stuff yet. I was just scammed. I'm gonna hold off. They're like, okay, no problem. I get it. So my point is this: if you want to run a wholesale business, or you're looking to buy from a wholesale business, well, one, you got to do your freaking homework, obviously. 2, you have to know that there's a chance no matter how much homework you do, you could get scammed. That's just the lay of the land. So you either don't do that, excuse me, or you go to the thrift stores, you go to the bins, you meet face to face, you fake Facebook Marketplace, things like that, right? Don't put up a lot of money and just see how it goes. If someone doesn't understand, oh, you're not willing to spend $1,000 with me first time? No, dumbass, I'm not. And can you guess why? Because I don't know you and you don't know me. If a person isn't willing to build a relationship, then I don't want to work with them, and you don't either. Um, so it's just it's a lot of work, and that's why I don't have a lot of these sources. It's going to take some time. Like I said, hopefully we got two more good ones. Um, we'll see. I know I got one good one for sure because it's like I said, and he was actually I'm in that Facebook group for eBay. He was in one of the older groups I was in, so I do remember him. So that's why I was more well. One, he does things right, but two, I also kind of had some history with him, and he seemed like a pretty straightforward guy. So that's my scam story. I'll let you guys know how it actually ends up, but it's been oh God, how long's it been? 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks. So it's been going on for a while. I can't get my money back. That's that. We just have to see where it goes. Okay, now on to eBay. So we're going to look at another prime example of crap. Okay, this is an example of a company getting together, changing something, and making it worse than it was in the future. Okay, the bar graph is the simplest graph in the world. It's probably the easiest to read out of all graphs, I think. This graph we're looking at right now is just crap. I have no idea why you would take something as good as you had and turn it into this. This just looks like waves on an ocean. There's no, and okay, so for the flow to see, oh, how's my traffic flowing? Yeah, okay, whatever, that's fine. But you can do the same in a bar graph and it's much easier to read. That's number one. Number two, how many total impressions did I have on this day? It's not totaled up like it was before. How many items did I sell? I have no idea. So again, eBay, you took something great and made it crappy. That's just corporate America. That's why I hate corporate America. I hate that I have to work for someone else in corporate America because it is completely, it's the most wasteful company. I can't imagine how many millions of dollars is wasted per day at the company I work for. It's a lot. Um, anyways, and I'm not trying to be just negative. I'm just saying, like this is literally you have to be able to notice these things because you have to keep them out of your business. This was a complete waste of time by whoever created this, and they made things worse. So think about that when you're creating new systems in your company. Is this, am I making this better or am I making this worse? This provides less information and is harder to read. Why did they think it was going to be better? I don't know. Okay, so here's the other thing. In my business, I started to notice, and you see it in this graph, right? You see kind of up and then we go down. I don't remember exactly when I went on vacation. Oh, yes, I do. It was during the holiday. Um, I almost said Memorial Day, Veterans Day, holiday. So my store was closed, time away, whatever you want to say. I noticed somewhere around in here, hey, we're running out of inventory. I haven't found a good source of inventory yet. I don't have a lot of time to go out and get enough inventory to continue the 10 a day. So we paused the 10 a day and went back down to 5 a day. Did that for probably 2 weeks now. Excuse me. And that was simply just because I was running out of inventory. So now I have more inventory coming in. So I've been doing 6 a day. And oddly enough, traffic went up. So what went up? 51 and 15? Yeah, they both went up, didn't they? So compared to 30 days ago, our traffic is down a lot. But I don't know how our sales are. It says the last 31 days, our sales are up, or 30 days. That's actually 31 because eBay doesn't know how to count either. Um, so so now we're building again, and building up your store is such a it's very hard to know when's the right time to do it, and all this and that, how fast, and it's just it all comes down to a money equation, right? Because you gotta have the funds to do it. So if we look at my store, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I think I should have looked before I started this video. Sorry, I wasn't going to cover this part, but um, so these are the kind. Let's just make it easy. These are the kind of things that you got to look for, right? So let's say your profit is $18 per item. It's pretty high, and your buy cost is $6 per item. So you can buy 3 items. Every time you sell 1 item, you can buy 3. So if you're looking, and I've covered this before, but if you're looking from going to 5 to 10, so that's 5 more listings a day times 6, $30. So I got to come up with $30 more per day. And I'm making how much? $18. So divided by $18 per listing, I need to sell 1.6. So I need to sell 2 more items per day. So then the question becomes, well, what kind of items am I listing? Do I know that if I list 5 more items, I'll sell 2 more? Okay, because that's kind of where I'm at, right? I list 5, I sell 2. Um, and the other thing too is it's going to take some time. Like when we started um, listing 10 a day, our sales started to go up, but it didn't. It's not like it went from 1.5 to 7 per day. It went from 1.5 to like 1.9, and then 2, and then 2.1. So it takes time, but that's why I like to track things, because I can say, okay, we are increasing. Things are getting better. This is having a positive effect. This listing 10 items per day instead of 5. We are going in the right direction. So eventually we'll catch up. Now, the way my company is set up, if I could sell 10 per day, I'd be doing really good, which sounds crazy. Like, I figured it out. I think it was at 22 per day or something. I make 6 figures a year. That's profit, 6 figures. So, 10 a day is a little less than halfway there. And some people are like, oh, that's let's say it's 45,000. That's only 45,000. Yeah, but how much time am I spending doing this? Not a lot. So to make 45,000 off of selling 10 items a day, you tell me where you can work that little and get paid that much, right? So people can say whatever they want. I don't care. I just am continuing looking to improve my business, making more connections, not making these big changes. Like if you were with me in the beginning when I started doing these videos, I was trying a lot of experiments. Nothing wrong with experiments, but you can't change too much too quickly. And I think I was doing that before, and it just kind of screwed up that first store. And the second store is going much better. We're almost at 1,000 listings now. Yes, I should be selling more per day, probably at 1,000 listings, but I'm not listing that many per day. So you got to take that into consideration. If you're only listing 5 per day, how many do you expect to sell per day? Even with 1,000 items in your store, right? They're great items. Yeah, that's fine. They're gold bars or iPhones, like everyone always says in their examples. Well, this is real life. I don't have gold bars and iPhones in my store, so my sell-through rate won't look like that. Here in the real world, sell-through rate is much slower. Okay, not everything is going to have a 100% sell-through rate in my store. I try to get the best items I can, but not everything's a home run. It's just, selling those items and moving them. So that's what we're going to keep doing. It's a great time of year right now on eBay. I mean, this is Black Friday's coming up this Friday. So between now and the end of the year, pretty much, it's game on. Question is, how do you keep it going after Q4 ends? That's what you got to keep. Got to keep going. So, anyways, there you go. That's what's been going on with me. I don't intend to take so long to make these videos. It's just I've been my full-time job, right? this is busy time of year for it too, so it takes up a lot of time. And then the old eBay, then making connections, making YouTube videos, kind of took the back seat. I don't plan on taking so long in between videos. Obviously, I'm trying to build this channel up, um, and provide good content and just kind of let you guys see, what I'm actually going through as a reseller, the different things that I try, and what's been successful for me and what hasn't, and just yeah, I think a lot of people want to just, myself included, hit it out of the ballpark, right? Just bam, all of a sudden. That's just how fast can we grow, and then you set yourself up for failure and run out of money and all that stuff. So slow and steady. If you said I'm for the next 5 years, I'm gonna list 5 per day, and then every year I'll increase it by 5. So year one you did 5, year two you did 10, year three you did 15, year four you did 20, year five you did 25. You would probably be making a lot of money by the end of year 5. A lot. But how many people have the patience to wait 5 years and while working a full-time job to put in that work? That would be awesome. That would be awesome to see. And yeah, maybe that's what I should do. I don't know. We've almost been in business for a year now in this second store. I don't know, just a thought, just a random thought popped in my head. So, anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Oh, this is the past week. I never did show this graph. So you can see how as I came back from vacation and started listing more, we're at what, 20,000 a day. Yesterday we were at 84,000. So not bad. But we're still selling. We're about 2 per day right now. And so I want to keep going up. So right now I'm doing 6 per day. I'm gonna keep doing that, and then I'll probably go up to 7. I don't know. I got to see how my inventory is gonna. This whole scam thing really threw everything off. So, all right, that's gonna do it for today. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.